everybody! We're back to offer recommendations for books, movies, music, and more that you can check out from the Carmel Clay Public Library. I'm Catherine, and I'm joined today by Sarah and Carly. And Sarah, what do you have for us today?
Sure. Hi, Catherine. The book I have to recommend today is Butter, Honey, Pig Bread by Francesca Ekwuyasi. Butter, Honey, Pig Bread is a literary novel about three Nigerian women, Kamberenichi and her twin daughters, Kehinde and Taye. Despite being inseparable as girls, a trauma that eventually is revealed causes them to distance as teens. Once Taye leaves Nigeria for London and Kehinde for Montreal for college, the sisters become completely estranged. And though the sisters are at times continents apart, they both deal with the void of their estrangement in different ways. At times, their narratives are very emotionally parallel until they and their mother eventually reunite in Nigeria. I was especially drawn to Taye's story as she copes with the guilt and loneliness of losing her sister, both by sabotaging her relationships with the women she loves and through her cooking, which is described in such beautiful, delicious detail. This book is certainly for adults, as there is some sexual content and plenty of cussing. So if you try to avoid that, this probably is not for you. But if you are looking for a wonderful literary novel full of really rich characters and beautiful writing, I would 100% recommend Butter, Honey, Pig Bread. Carly, why don't you tell us what you've been reading?
Thanks, Sarah. So the book I'm going to talk about today is the first in a series, a fantasy series by author Rebecca Roanhorse called Trail of Lightning. And you can see the awesome cover here with the female character, Maggie Hosky. And this book takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where a climate disaster has happened called the Big Water. And it has flooded most of the land and made most of the earth uninhabitable. And so native people have built a border to block off their land and protect themselves and their resources from the others who would come and take them. And it's kind of every person for themselves in this post-apocalyptic world. But Maggie is living with her grandmother. Her parents are gone, and a murderous gang of rogues come into their house and kill her grandmother. But this triggers Maggie's special powers that she's inherited from her clan that make her able to kill without mercy and to move quickly. And so after obliterating the murderers, she is confronted by another monster killer who was tracking them, and he becomes her mentor. But he is paranormal, part god, and has very little emotional depth. And so Maggie, in a way, admires him and falls in love with him, and then he leaves her at one point, completely adrift. So we find Maggie at the beginning of the book where she's been asked to hunt a monster that killed and took and killed a little girl. And she does so, but realizes this monster is one she's never seen. Now, this book is laced with native culture as well as legends. There are tricksters. There are, as I said, some very violent monsters and graphic content with some violence. But I would say if you really enjoyed American Gods by Neil Gaiman, this is such a wonderful book, and it is an own voices book as well. So I think readers will appreciate the authenticity that is coming from this author. And also that this book I felt was a good match for readers and viewers of The Witcher, because in the same way, there's a monster slayer, there's dark humor. It's very, very dark in the same way as The Witcher, but it's a strong female character who's the one that has all the power. So I love this book. I can't wait to read the next one in the series. The third one hopefully is coming out soon. This is a great author to watch. It's Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse. Thanks. Catherine, what are you viewing or reading?
Thank you so much, Sarah and Carly. I am celebrating the library's Spring Break Games Week online program that runs April 5th through 9th. So I just watched the 2020 documentary Gamemaster on Kanopy. And Gamemaster follows the trials and tribulations of 4 different board game designers as they struggle to create and publish their board games. And it includes conversations with some gaming industry legends like Klaus Tuber, who created Settlers of Catan, which is a hugely popular board game, and really helps viewers explore the cultural phenomenon of board gaming, which we've seen a huge resurgence and interest in during COVID times. So I would definitely suggest the documentary Gamemaster people who are not only interested in gaming, but also to just pop culture in general. And if you would like to watch Gamemaster on Kanopy, simply visit kanopy.com, which is Kanopy.com, and sign up for free using your library card to start streaming from your living room right now. And make sure you check out the full lineup of events for our Spring Break Games Week at the library's website at carmelclaylibrary.org and carmel.beanstack.org. Thank you to Carly and Sarah for their wonderful recommendations. Happy reading and viewing, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.